There you go.
Oh, great. Thanks a lot.
Hi.
Hi. Tall double decaf latte. Extra foam.
Sure. There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll have a cappuccino, double tall, skinny, unleaded.
Sure.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
Hi. Tall, single, blonde.
No problem.
Hi.
Hey.
Great.
This is Almost Live, and please don't turn to those shows on the other stations right now, like Star Search. Heck, we got all the stars you need. 21 Jump Street's exciting, but not like us. As for Magnum P.I., heck, we got a rugged, good-looking stud with a mustache, too. You just can't see him, because I rarely appear on camera. But this man does.
Thank you very much. Oh, yeah, I know. Well, everybody here is all smiling, happy, because it's been a romantic week. Valentine's Day was just the day before yesterday, and all of us are still reeling from the papers and the TV shows have been crammed full of those psycho, crazy romance stories. You may have seen these things. USA Today, for example, had some contest for the best pickup lines. Some of you may have read this. The winners were things like, honest to God, I read this, "I just stepped in a puddle of you, and I've got love all over me." Not an image I personally want to be associated with. That was a winner. Another winner was, "If I could be anything in the world, I'd be your bathwater." That was in USA Today. Wow, a fine publication. Then there's a local guy who calls himself Dr. Flirt. You may have read about this. He teaches a class about how to flirt at the Learning Annex, which is quite a prestigious institution, I have to tell you. The PI printed a few of his suggestions for opening lines. If you want to flirt in Seattle, and it was stuff like, would you like to stop for a cup of coffee, or how about a ferry ride? Yeah, exactly. Not exactly hot stuff. We thought we could do better. So if you're looking for some opening lines in the greater Seattle area, just try these. For example, if you're in Puyallup, try, "Is this your first truck and tractor pull?" A good one there. Obviously a good one. In Monroe, say, "If you were a flood, I'd want to be Snohomish County." Now try this one in Linwood. "I never get tired of that Farrah Fawcett hairdo." Ooh, obviously, hit a chord there. Good. Okay, in Tacoma, "Actually, I find scars very attractive." Good one there. For those of you in Bellevue, you might try to work on, "I'm a warehouser. Care to dance?" Try that one out. In Wallingford, "Excuse me, can I buy you a sugar-free oat bran muffin?" And finally, if you're in Hanford, try out, "You have the most beautiful eye I've ever seen." Just from us to you, and remember, if you use these lines, be courteous, because Almost Live always stands up for the highest possible standards of moral conduct. If you don't believe me, just ask our master of manners, Mr. Billy Kwan.
It's time for Mind Your Manners with Billy Kwan. Today's episode, Office of Death.
Seem to be writing. This pen is useless. Find another. Yes, this should work very well. I'll just keep it.
What do you mean, keep it? That pen does not belong to you. You must return it.
Sure, I'll return the pen, and while I'm at it, take these.
Where is he? Where is he? What?
Steady now. Taking aim.
Huh?
To the right. Back. Lock on.
Oh. Oh, so you want to play tough, huh? Well, take this. All right, Lucky, try some kickboxing.
Oh, want to dance, huh? Let's do the twist. Remember, boys and girls, stealing is a habit you should break, or Billy will make an example of you again and again and again.
Remember, kids, be like Billy. Behave yourself.
Okay, be like Billy. Stay with us. We've got a great show, and we'll be right back.
And now, it's time for things bigger than they need to be. Look, hair bigger than it needs to be. Tires bigger than they need to be. Vanilla Ice, popularity bigger than it needs to be. This has been Things Bigger Than They Need to Be. All right, Wilson, where are those reports? I gotta have them right now.
This is a man about to explode.
Anytime I've gotta have something done around here, you let me down. This entire room lets me down.
He's a
I gotta
man
do it
crying
myself
for help.
If I want anything done, and I'm sick of it, Wilson.
What he
I'm sick of
needs
everybody.
is a good
Get away
nap.
from me. Who are you? What?
Tired.
I'm
He
not
needs
tired.
Naps Incorporated. Give us a call, and our trained professionals will be there in no time. We'll read a story, sing a lullaby, and make the pressures of the world disappear. Before he knows it, he'll be sleeping like a baby.
I'd like to take my friend, Mr. Goose.
It doesn't matter where.
That was the worst excuse for a defensive effort I have ever seen in the game of basketball. You are terrible. What? You are terrible.
It doesn't matter when.
Look at that! Look at that! Look at what you did! What were you doing?
What America needs more than ever is a really good nap. Naps Incorporated. Call today.
When you cheat, you're only cheating yourself. We've all heard that slogan, but the fact of the matter is the statistics don't back it up. Hello, I'm John Keister, television personality and parent. Fortunately, there's a clause in my contract that allows me to pass the good news along to you about this remarkable program that will help turn your kids into super achievers. It's called Cheat to Win. And it really works. Look, the skills your kids learn now are the skills that will last. If they can cheat their way through school, they can cheat their way through life. It's true. Sucking up to a teacher is no different than sucking up to a boss. If your child can BS his way through a term paper, he can write a corporate budget. And the techniques your daughter will learn for copying test answers are the same techniques she'll use to steal a coworker's ideas so she can present them as her own. Let's face it, some children need a little extra help in life. How do you know if your child could use cheat to win? Look for these signs. If your child can't locate the United States on a map of North America, has trouble following Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle storylines, can't keep track of that whole left-right thing, keeps asking how those wrestlers can get up after they've been kicked in the head, or says when he grows up he wants to own a Fiat. If any of these things are true, we can help. Listen to what one satisfied mother has to say.
3 months ago, I couldn't get my son Evan to pick up a book. He was bright, but he wasn't motivated. And I was desperate until I got the reading list from Cheat to Win. That very first night, he read page number 45 of The Godfather Not once, but 5 times. Then he moved on to the whole series of Playmate of the Month interviews, and right now he's finishing Lady Chatterley's Lover. Imagine my 14-year-old Evan reading the classics. And ever since we got him that subscription to Blue Boy, he won't even go into the bathroom without something to read. I'd recommend this program to any parent.
Now, this is not just another overpriced self-help tape program. It's an overpriced self-help tape program that also gives your kids tools they can use as they cheat to win. Here's just a sampling of what's included, that is. A complete report card customizing kit with rub-on letters for easy grade alterations. A handy ace bandage crib sheet with hundreds of answers to the most commonly asked test questions. Pre-prepared exam books with the answers already written out. All you have to do is look busy, stay awake for 3 hours, and you choose your topic and the handwriting style that fits your needs. For example, flowery sorority girl with circles over the small eyes, the scribbler, the effete artist, or the block printer. We'll even make some mistakes so you don't look too good. Do they work? Just listen to this endorsement from the winningest coach in college football.
I'm here to tell you this program gives 100%. College coaches around the country have used the system to help recruits cheat on their SATs and stay eligible for big games. At the University of Oklahoma, 3 players were flunking out and also up on assault and battery charges, got the tape, figured out how to beat the system, and were ready to play on Saturday. You can win with these tapes. Remember, winning isn't everything, it's the only thing.
Thanks, Coach. And remember, if you order now, we'll throw in the special bonus tape that covers these valuable topics. How to do book reports by reading The Dust Jacket. The right way to call in a bomb threat on test day. 3 ways to BS through a history exam. 87 ways to BS through a philosophy exam. And how much to bribe the janitor for the master key. So let me ask you, you hate your children? You want to doom them to failure in school and in life? Then don't order this exciting program. But if you want them to attain wealth, power, political office, or minimum security incarceration, you'll do the right thing. You'll order Cheat to Win. I'm John Keister. You've got my word on it.
And now, it's time for Things Bigger Than They Need to Be. Look, Kim Basinger's lips, bigger than they need to be. Every house on Mercer Island, bigger than it needs to be. Vanilla Ice, record sales, bigger than they need to be. This has been Things Bigger Than They Need to Be.
Hi, I'm Daryl, and I work at the counter of the Driver's License Renewal Department. I'm sure many of you, as you've waited for your licenses, have thought, gee, what a complex and interesting person that is behind the counter. I wonder what he's so pissed off about. Well, now you can find out with my new special phone number. Call 1-MISERABLE-SOB. If you think I'm unpleasant at work, you should hear me when I get out of the public eye. Wow. Here are a couple of examples of the types of questions I'm usually asked.
It's weird. You know, I'm the one who waits in line for an hour, and then when I get to the counter, you're the one who acts put out. How come?
That's because I hate you and all of your kind. Thanks for your question.
You know, I'm guessing that underneath that gruff exterior of yours, you're really just a softie with a heart of gold.
Funny you should mention hearts. Remember when you said you'd rather not be an organ donor?
Yeah.
Well, I changed that to yes.
You can't do that.
Like hell, I do it to everybody. Now, I know many of you are jealous of me. You're thinking, if I acted that way at work, they'd ash can my butt before lunchtime. So how do I get away with it? Well, my boss and my coworkers are even bigger SOBs than I am. Around the office, they call me Mr. Perky. So call me. I'll tell you about my world and what a living hell it is. Dial 1-MISERABLE-SOB. Now get out of here. Next!
Good evening and welcome to the John Report. I'm John. Here's my report. Last night, the Seattle Sonics traded guard Dale Ellis to Milwaukee for Ricky Pierce. The deal will become official as soon as Pierce passes his driving exam. Oregon may once again make it a major crime to possess less than an ounce of marijuana. The city of Eugene immediately announced plans to secede from the state. UW women's basketball player Lori Merlino missed last night's game to interview for graduate school. Husky football coach Don James said he would allow his players to do the same thing, but none of them has ever been in that position. The phone company says that by 1992, there may be no more phone numbers left in the Seattle area. Those wanting phone service will be asked to move to Puyallup. In other phone news, the Internal Revenue Service is investigating a Seattle man for failure to report $100 million profit from telephone talk lines. The man says he's innocent and will tell you all about it if you call 1-900-INNOCENT. The Seattle Mariners plan to caravan around the state on a goodwill tour. The players say it's also a chance to get reaccustomed to road travel in anticipation of the day they return to AAA baseball. A SeaTac councilwoman wants to bury a time capsule with important artifacts from their city. Among the items she suggests are earplugs and a motel sign reading hourly rates available. The Pike Place Market will soon be open on Sundays. Now you can get a great piece of fish and a tie-dye t-shirt on your way to church. A state legislator has proposed a Milli Vanilli bill, which would require a disclosure at all events in which the performances are not using natural voices. He said that Governor Gardner would be granted a special exemption. The Lost and Found department at SeaTac Airport still has a DeLorean sports car, a box of whale eyes, and a case of silicone breast implants. Officials say they're holding them for a rich whale killer with a lot of flat-chested girlfriends. Finally, Brian Bosworth, whose movie Stone Cold is due out in May, has been named Action Star of Tomorrow by the National Association of Theater Owners. The NFL recently honored the Boz by naming him pathetic, overhyped washout of yesterday. This has been the John Report. Thank you, and good night.
And now, it's time for Things Bigger Than They Need to Be. Look, a soft drink, bigger than it needs to be. Temperature display, bigger than it needs to be. Vanilla ice, ego, bigger than it needs to be. This has been Things Bigger Than They Need to Be.
This is going to be a really great movie. I heard Julia Roberts is just great. She's so beautiful. She has such beautiful lips. You know, you really have beautiful lips, too. I mean, I can tell, even though this is our first date, I know this is going to work out.
Oh, hi. How are you? Still living with your parents?
Very funny, yeah. Oh, it's just somebody I used to know.
Did you ever get that premature problem of yours fixed? Well, have a good time.
Yeah, she's a psycho. I mean, she used to be in my neighborhood. She was a psycho woman. I don't know her.
I really like him. Hi. Is he sleeping with your sister, too?
No, she's a paranoid. You know those kind of people, just total jealous fantasy. It's all in the past.
Oh, my God. Are you out already? Must have had a good lawyer.
You know, she's in this country illegally. she is. Yeah.
John. Huh. Well, looks like you'll fit really well in her dresses, too.
I've never seen that one before in my life.
Hi. Well, hi. First date, right? So that means he hasn't asked you to wear the little horsey outfit yet, huh?
Just a joke, you know. I mean, we used to joke around, and she made this big deal out of it. But it was just like, you know, it was just joke, you know.
Oh, well, just about done, but before we go tonight, you know, the guy in the beginning of our show who jumps off the bridge and we rerun it in slow motion, we heard that he had a little mishap on his motorcycle this week. Barry, if you're listening, we hope you're getting better. Please be sure to join us next week when we'll have an all-new adventure of the High Five and White guys. If you'd like to join us in our studio audience, call us at this number, 448-4556. I know it's hard to get through, but these people did. They had a great time, right? So try it. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.